Well, when you think of Oswego, New York, a few things come to mind. The lake, the college, the Speedway, certainly the restaurants. If you ask me, both Rudy's and Canale's. I love Canale's, by the way. That is some great Italian food. The Steel Palace would normally be buzzing this time of the year, but as we all know, it's quite the opposite right now. As I recently found out, they are still hopeful for a return. Oswego Speedway doesn't look like its normal self.
It's been a very challenging time for us.
Typically packed with RVs and fans this time of the year. Now, deserted. An eerie feeling, says Camden Proud.
It's so weird coming up here for testing and stuff and just seeing it empty, because normally even for those track test sessions, we do have people here, and I race here as well, and I really miss seeing all of our fans.
Camden is the track's public relations director. Born and raised in Oswego, the Steel Palace has been his home away from home, especially when he takes the track.
I've raced here every week since May of 2014, and it has been very difficult to be here on Saturdays and during the week in the summer and just know that we can't go racing no matter how bad we want to.
The Speedway was supposed to return to racing July 4th weekend, a celebration of America and the sport we love. A combination second to none. Instead, state and local officials have put a halt to that, citing obvious concerns over the spread of COVID-19. The racetrack is one of the few places in the sports world where social distancing can be done. 6 feet apart across the grandstand here at the famous Oswego Speedway. Only problem with that, New York State hasn't indicated when fans can return and what that'll eventually look like.
You know, the whole 6 feet apart thing, I would expect that when we reopen, it's going to be under some sort of capacity rule. Maybe it's 50%, maybe it's 75%, but we'll do whatever we have to do to open the track back up and get our fans back here, whether it's opening both grandstands, every other section, that kind of thing. So it'll certainly be a little different for a while, but we hope to return back to normal as soon as possible.
So here's how this works. Oswego Speedway officials submit a plan to the New York State Governor's office, and in turn, they're then told if it's safe to reopen. Their latest plan was given the stamp of disapproval, already working on a new plan to jumpstart racing in the port city.
Williamson wins the Billy Whitaker Cars 200.
We did have an executive order come out from the governor this week that says that racetracks may not operate with fans until at least July 21st. So hopefully that changes. We're not sure at this point, but again, unfortunately, it's looking pretty bleak here to go racing before August.
And if you're wondering what the Steel Palace means to the fine folks of Oswego,
we have people that are going to come and sit in the parking lot outside today just to hear the race cars on the track. I think that's how desperate people are to see or hear some racing right now, and I will just be thrilled for everybody to see all the smiling faces walking back through the gate.
Safe to say it is exactly what they need to get through this challenging time. Now, Lauren, I would like to add the Oswego Speedway fully respects Governor Cuomo's decision and New York State's stance on this. Obviously, with the fluidity of this situation, we want to be sure, totally sure, that this virus cannot spread anymore like it did just a few months back. We sure hope that people can get out to this racetrack again. It is such a great spot in central New York to catch a race. I hope most people can get out there later this summer.
Yeah, just another great way that you enjoy all of the great things about central New York. Matt, thank you. Stay with us, everybody. We'll be right back.